Good evening. It's Kathy Beatty with Divorce Support Anonymous, welcoming you to a Friday night where we discuss important matters and tools and tips and techniques as you go through the process of divorce. An announcement, we'll start with that, and that is that we have just started last week. We started a new group. It's not too late for you to jump in, to be involved. I actually have two groups going on right now, and I would love for you to be a part of them if that is something that you're ready for. And trust me, if you're going through divorce, you're ready for it. Just like every other step in divorce, you don't feel ready or prepared enough to jump in. But for a support group, it really is important that you do jump in. When you go into my 10-week program, we have a workbook here that we use. Oh, sorry, my wacky background is not going to let it show. But we have a workbook that we use, and I'll give you a picture of it right here. There we go. That's the workbook. That'll show. And we use this workbook for 10 weeks. We go through it, and we deal with the things that are happening with our mind, body, and soul. And it's such an important and critical time for you to be with people who understand and get what you're going through. Now, I also am doing this group. We have completed 2 weeks, and there'll be a new one coming up. It is, I can't do that again. Let's go back to the slides so you can actually see the book that we are using. And it is here somewhere. Well, I guess you won't see it because I don't have it listed here. But it is a book. It's the second book after this one that comes with my first course. And it looks like this, if it will let you. There you go. We had it for a second. Sorry, I have yet to figure out these backgrounds. Something's happened with my backgrounds. They're all messed up. Anyway, you don't need to hear about that topic tonight. Let's jump into that. But please let me know if you are interested in a group of processing through the trauma of divorce, or if you have completed the divorce and you've been working on your healing and you're asking yourself, what now? Then we have this course that is 8 weeks, and it's called Building Your Future After Divorce. And it is a very fun group to work with. I love it because we begin looking forward. And yes, we still touch on some of the past and the things that have happened to us. But in this group, we are moving forward. We're looking forward. And it's such an important, and it's a very cool program. If I do say so myself, yes, I wrote it. But we, at the end, we go through 8 weeks, and then we stand and we give our new life declaration, which is such a touching time for people to declare a focus in their life. And boy, if you're in the middle and the throes of divorce right now, it's really hard to do that. In fact, I would say impossible. That's why the first group is so much help and so very important. So I want to talk tonight about the fear of the unknown in divorce, because that can be so overwhelming. When we come together for 10 weeks, we talk about emotions, and fear certainly is one of them. We are so fearful because we are now living in total uncertainty, and it is fearful, and we have lost control. And that's terrifying, especially for those of us who like to know how their day, how their pattern, how their routines are going to go. Now, all of a sudden, they've been all devastated. It's terrifying. And that is totally understandable. So if you are in this new phase of going through divorce and you're feeling this fear, overwhelming fear, I want you to understand that this is totally normal, because you are losing control of your life temporarily. Right now, there's still a lot of things you can and you will control, but temporarily it feels like you have totally lost control. And there are a lot of things that you have lost control of. So we're living in this uncertainty, and it is very, very very fearful. So what I want you to remember and to know is don't try to figure it all out right now. Do not make any conclusions about yourself and about life right now. You need to go day by day. Don't look too far down the road. It will simply paralyze you. You are grasping for something to control right now because you feel so out of control. Please tell yourself you don't have to figure it all out right now. It will come. Take a step at a time, a day at a time. For some of you, it's an hour at a time that you need to step ever so cautiously. And you can't say, what am I going to do for the next week? You have to say, what am I going to do for the next 24 hours? What do I have to do for the next couple of hours to survive and get through the days? And that is normal. It's not because you are weak. It's not because you can't handle it. It's not because you are indecisive. It's simply because you're going through a trauma. And so please understand that those fears are natural. And that's why compassion, and I talk about this all the time in group, having compassion for yourself is so critically important right now. That will help calm the fears as well. Do some grounding exercises. Maybe it's a change of pace. Maybe you need to take a brief walk. Maybe you need to take some deep breaths. I know that sounds so elementary, but when you are in anxiety and fear, those deep breaths actually bring more oxygen to your brain and you can function better. So maybe you need to just feel your own hands on your face. Maybe you need to wrap your arms around yourself. And maybe you need to speak kindly to yourself. Like, we're going to get through this. God and I are going to get through this. And of course, seek God. Seek the comfort of God. God longs to comfort you. Isn't that an incredible thought, that God longs to comfort you? He wants to comfort you. He doesn't want you feeling all of this fear and all of this anxiety. He longs to give you peace. And He is peace. So do some grounding exercises. It's amazing what a little walk around the block can do for you, or even just a step outside in fresh air can do. So 3 things. Understand, you're living in uncertainty right now, so of course you're going to be fearful. To help yourself, don't try to figure it all out right now. Take a day at a time, a moment at a time. Don't look too far down the road. It will simply paralyze you, and then you can't do anything good. Do those grounding exercises. Touch your face. Hold your arm, wrap your arms around yourself. Seek God in His comfort. Because He truly does long to comfort you and give you peace, even now, even through all of this. A couple reassuring verses. Deuteronomy, the Lord Himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. That is in the Old Testament, but it's also words of Jesus. I'll never leave you nor forsake you. So hold on to that truth. Hold on to that truth. And also talk to the Lord and say, God, you say that you will be with me and that you will never leave or forsake me. I need to be reminded of that. God, would you please remind me of that? And quite frankly, I've had times in my life when I spoke a need and have seen God reach back to me in different ways. Like maybe someone calls me out of the blue, or the next day I see something I never saw, or I read a scripture that I never realized. So the Lord goes before you. He'll never leave you. He'll never forsake you. Tell Him that. God loves to hear His word recited back to Him. So do not fear, for I'm with you. Don't be dismayed, for I'm your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will hold you in my upright hand. And of course, we all know this one. It's so amazing how Psalm 23 and the Lord's Prayer, they're both, most of us know them out of tradition, if not out of faith. But it's amazing when you really are needing that comfort, that when you read this, maybe for the first time you've really read it, even though you walk through the darkest valley, and you are walking through the darkest valley right now, you can say, I will fear no evil, because God, you are with me. Your rod, your staff, they comfort me. I am your little lamb, and I am terrified and I'm afraid. But you're walking me through this valley, and I'm not alone. And then, of course, the words that are spoken. Who of you, by worrying, can add one single life, one single hour to your life? Of course we can't. We think when we're worrying about it and we're anxious that we're controlling it. We're not. We're simply putting our bodies through more pain and more struggle. So commit those things to God. All of those worries. And that's what he says in 1 Peter. Give all of your worries and cares to God, for he cares for you. He doesn't want you wandering out there alone, afraid. He wants to be your peace. He is your peace. He is your calm. He is your comfort. And that's what you need as you go through those fearful times of the unknown, going through divorce. I hope this has been of help, maybe a reminder to you that that it's normal that you feel fear. So normalize that within your own mind. It's like, of course I'm afraid. My life's being turned upside down. Why should I be surprised that I'm afraid? Because I don't know what's going to happen. I think I know, or maybe my worst fears are telling me things that are worse than they're actually going to happen. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself as you're going through this. I hope these have been reminders. And I'm here if you need to talk, or if you have a question about the process, or the hurt, the pain. That's what I do. That's my passion, is working with people to give them hope, to minimize the damage, to give them hope, give them direction. So this is Kathy Beatty with Divorce Support Anonymous, walking with you every step of the way through the trauma and after the trauma of divorce. Have a good evening.